Well, welcome back to another fishing adventure. Back at the big lake again this morning. It's early, it's about 6:30. Nice cool night. Temps are in the 60s right now. Barometric pressure is like 30.02, which is not too bad. The hook bait for today is almond flavored tiger nuts. Getting pretty low. I'm going to have to make another batch. And it's a calm morning. No wind. The lake is flat. Pretty good. The wind's supposed to pick up later this morning. And I baited this spot yesterday. I fished here yesterday, and then I threw out a bunch of bait before I left. I spotted that bait out as far as I could get it, probably about 50 yards. I got it exactly where I wanted it. And that bait consisted of my usual spotting mix of boiled bird seed and boiled feed corn and sweet feed. As far as how much, I don't know, I had like a 3-gallon bucket that was about 2/3 full of the stuff. Probably took me about 20 minutes or 20 casts to get it all out there. I've never done very well with the carp in this particular lake, but for some reason the last few days I've been doing alright. Been catching a few. Hopefully that trend continues. This is pack bait left over from yesterday's fishing. I believe it's chili powder. I can smell chili powder. Yeah, green corn chili powder. Yeah, it looks pretty good. A lot of times when the bait sits overnight, it kind of, the oats absorb, just keep absorbing, and it gets kind of dry and crumbly. And usually I just add a little bit of water, but this stuff seems pretty good. It's the end of August, and I usually don't bother even coming to this lake until September, but I think that pretty intense heat wave that we had last week with 100+ degree temps for like 5-6 days in a row, I think that really shut down the pleasure boaters and the jet skiers and stuff, and they've just kind of decided to just call it quits for the season. I think a lot of them have. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just basing it on the fact that I've fished here. This will be my 3rd day in a row, and I have yet to see a water skier or a jet ski. So, oh, I did just see a fish rise straight out from me right where I baited yesterday. That's pretty cool. There's a weed line here along the shoreline, and it's not a tight weed line. It's blotchy clumps of weeds all over the place along the shore, and about 50 yards out it kind of clears out a little bit, and that's where I'm going to put these baits, on the outer edge of that weed line. I've always just kind of avoided this spot because of the weeds, but I decided to try it this year, and it turns out I am able to just get a fish through those weeds. Just got to be real patient with it, that's all. First cast of the day is usually never my best one. That's it. That's the best one out of the first 3. And by best, I mean, I'm just talking about whether or not the bait goes where I intend to cast it or not. The first 2 did not go where I intended to cast them. Close, but the 3rd one went almost right where I wanted it to be. The hand-eye coordination is still getting woken up this time of day. Lately, the best bite has been between like 9 and 10 a.m. This early morning stuff has been pretty stagnant. I haven't caught any fish during these twilight hours the last few times I've been out. But it is nice to just be sitting here by the lake in these early morning hours. I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah. Fish on. Fish on. Had a little bit of bite, and Oh yeah. Thought maybe it was a bass pecking at my line or something, but I think it was a big fish that got the hook in their lip and was just sitting there trying to spit it. I'm gonna stay up here for a couple of minutes because the fish is heading over to the right. Yesterday I lost 3 rigs over there. I don't know what's over there in the water, but the fish were swimming over to it and cutting me off. The line was cut. So I think there's maybe some junk over there that has some mussel beds built up on it. Yeah. Might be a car or something in the water over there. It's covered with mussels. Maybe a pile of boulders or a pile of construction rubble that somebody dumped out on the ice at some point over the years. I don't know. Old dock, maybe. This fish is still on there, but it's in the weeds or something. It's in something. Oh, I'm getting a bite on the other rod. This fish is in something. I'm gonna have to let that sit for a few minutes because I got something else going on here. All right, this fish is swimming in at me. Whoa, I'm gonna fall down the cliff here. Careful, Tom, slow down. This fish is swimming into me. This could very well be just a whole mess of catfish here, feeding on all that stuff that I put out yesterday. A lot of catfish in this lake. Oh no, that's a carp. That's a carp tail that just came up. Yep, it's definitely a carp and got a big clump of weeds along with him. Okay. Alright, well, I could hear the clicker going on this one while I was landing that fish, but it doesn't appear to be going now. But it sounds like I still got a fish on that one. Just gotta relax. Start getting too excited and start making mistakes. Yeah, first fish of the morning on the bank. Little guy, not that big, 5-6 pounds. He's got a bloody lip. That hook must have hit a blood vessel in his lip or something there. But I'm glad to be catching fish this early in the session. Put this guy back in the water, see what's going on with that snagged fish there. All right, so long, get out of here. You're free. Yeah. Oh, my middle rod's going off now. I haven't had a chance to check on that snagged fish. My other rod that makes no drag sound. I'm just gonna go ahead and head down to the water here. I don't really know what I got yet. Almost there. Yeah, I got weeds on the end of my rod now. It's stopping me up. This is a good fish. I resist the urge to shake the rod and get those weeds off. It's a great way to shake the hook right out of the fish's mouth. This is a good fish. This is a bigger fish than the first one. Man, aren't those weeds on the rod just driving you crazy? They are me. Oh. Got him. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. I am gonna get a weight on this fish. I'm thinking it's about 11 or 12 pounds. Yeah, around 13 in the net. Yeah, buddy, starting out fast and furious this morning. Nice 13, big, thick 13-pound fish. I'll take these all day long. I love catching fish. Any fish 10 plus pounds is a really great fight. That line over there with the snagfish is, I don't know, the line is tight. I haven't been hearing anything, but let me put this fish back and see what's going on with that other line. Get out of here. See ya. Well, that third line's been sitting there for, I don't know, what, 10 minutes now? Might as well take a sip of coffee real quick before I get going on that. Alright. This fish is still on there. It just pulled a little drag right before I picked up the rod. Oh yeah, just broke the surface out there. I think that fish must have kind of pulled some of the weeds loose. There we go. That was a blow for freedom right there. Yeah, now we're moving. That was close. Almost had him. Tighten that up just a smidge. He probably sat long enough to get rejuvenated while I was landing those other two fish. Okay, here he comes. Got him. Yeah, a little smaller than that 13 pounder. I'd give this one about 10. What a great morning. This is by far my best fishing session that I've had on this lake. Probably ever, I guess. At least as far as carp goes. Yeah. I have 0 baits in the water. Let's get this guy back, and I need to get some more baits out. Give this guy a fancy release. There you go, you spoiled brat. See you later. Just kidding. Thanks. Alright, now it's time to assess the damage here. See if I need to change out any hooks. Line number 1. The hook bait is intact. Looks good. Let's test the sharpness of that hook. Oh yeah, didn't get dinged up. No need to change anything, just putting some more pack bait on, going back out. I guess I should check the line real quick, make sure that's not nicked up down here, and it is not. Does that count as a triple? I think it does. I'm gonna call it a triple. Starting out the day with a triple. Rod number 2 needs the weeds removed from the tip here first, and then the weeds removed from the rig. The hook bait is gone on this one. Hook's still good though, not bent or dulled or anything. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No time for rebaiting. The first one is going off. It's gonna be a one rod at a time kind of day, maybe. Oh, it's just a baby. Probably 12, 13 inches long. Not even a half a pound. Like, this is a one gulp for a 20-pound flathead catfish. Wow. Look how tiny that mouth is compared to my finger. I mean, it's size 4 hook. Very neat, very neat. I don't know. Sometimes, for some reason, when they get small enough, then they're kind of impressive, right? Cool. This fish could be a pet in somebody's pond. See ya. Alright, let the good times roll. Bam. Should I put the rod down or just hang on to it? Seems like that's the direction things are going today. I'll put it down. I suppose might be a whole mess of carp out there grubbing around, trying to gobble up all those little particles that I left there yesterday. I spread them out quite a bit. They're not all concentrated in one spot. So before I get another bite, I'm gonna hurry up and try and mix another batch of packed bait because this is getting kind of low. Oats, there's some sweet feed in there too, and just a can of crushed pineapple, easy peasy. It's got lots of liquid, lots of chunky stuff that adds scent and flavor. Through my experience, this is watery enough. I don't need to add any more water. This is larger than a normal can. This is a 20-ounce can, where these other kinds of cans here are 15 ounce. So, can of pineapple, and then I like the spicy sweet. So, chili powder, pineapple. That's it. Seal it up. Toss it up. That's it. It's only been 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. I thought I had a dink for a second there, but I don't think a dink would do that. This fish is heading over into that spot where I got cut off 3 times yesterday. So I'm keeping the pressure on them. Well, I'm seeing my first boat of the day. Doesn't look like a pleasure boat though. They're moving pretty good, and oh yeah, it's a good fish. Oh. He saw that net. Yeah, it's a real good fish. Well, that boat seems like it's coming over here. Hopefully they're not coming over here to visit with me. Yeah, they're coming straight at me. Probably saw me catching a fish, so they're gonna come over and be like, as they drive over top of my lines and scare away all the carp. God dang it, he's coming right in. Yeah, the fish keep coming. It's got an interesting look on the scales there. I'd give this about 10-12 pounds. I don't know. I gotta hurry up and get this fish in because I'm probably gonna get my line snagged by this boat. Driving over top of them right now. One boat on this lake and he comes driving over my lines. Yeah, see you later. And another hit. Haven't got that one rebaited yet. Yeah, I've got a fish on here. Yep. Swimming into me. I was concerned that that boat probably spooked all the carp in the area. I thought these two guys were gonna pull up right in front of me and start casting for bass or something. Big clump of weeds on this one. Oh, and the fish is gone. Oh, and so is my rig. How is that? Is my rig in that clump of weeds? It is. My sinker's in here. Just the sinker. I wonder if the line got nicked up during the fight from the mussel bed or something. Well, I'm glad I got my sinker back. Well, it sucks that I lost that fish, but pretty sure it wasn't a giant or any kind of trophy. Nope. Get. Come on. Get. Get. Go home. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get. Okay. Yeah. The bite has slowed a lot. It pretty much just shut off after those guys in the boat drove over top of the area that I've been fishing. I think they chased all the fish away, but because it's shallow, I mean 3-4 feet deep. Yeah, the only live action I've had is some bad dog owner. Dog come over and bark at me. There we go. In the weeds. Today the weeds are the worst within the first, I don't know, 20 yards right off the shore here. So that's when it really slows down, and I just gotta be patient. I'm gonna try and let the fish tear the weeds and not me pulling on the line. I just kind of pull steady in this direction, and when it gets hung up on weeds, I just hold it until that fish kind of gets impatient. And do I still have the fish? I'm not even sure I have it. Yeah, I do. It's hard to tell with all these weeds sometimes. Yeah, he's still there. It's a good fish too. Yeah, it's a good fish. Let's go. Oh no, is this a mirror? I thought I saw some mirror scales for a second there when I saw the tail come up. That would be a really cool thing. I have caught a mirror at this lake before. Oh, it's not. It's not a mirror, but it's a real good fish. Yeah, actually, first mirror I ever caught was at this big lake. Yes, he's in the net. Scooped him just before he launched on that burst. Yeah, this is a stocky fish. This might be a heavy fish of the day. Almost 13-ish. Yeah, 13 pound. Nice fish. These are the kind of fish that I really wanted to pick up here today. You never know when you throw out a bunch of bait, you know, it might just be inviting an army of dinks. And I think I got a mix of both here today, but yeah, great fish. I'll take a couple more of these. I'll stay a little bit longer. I don't know, we'll see how hot it starts getting, but back in the water this one goes. There we go, sir. Well, I changed my mind. I'm not going to stay any longer. The world of humans is starting to wake up. It's about 9:15. That bad dog owner is on her way back this way. She's going to be here pretty soon. Somebody else just showed up, started fishing too. So I'm going to call it. What a great morning. This is probably the best session of fishing I've had at this big lake, and I'm gonna keep coming back for sure. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. I spoke too soon. I'm just packing up. I've got another take. Got another take. gotta do something about this. I feel the line rubbing on something. I think I got something good on the line here, but I gotta get this little fish out of the way so I can use my net. Alright, little fish is unhooked. Little fish goes back. Tick tock, tick tock. It's been a long fight, but just been slowly picking my way through these weed clumps. Every time I get hung up on one, I'll just kind of wait a minute and let that fish kind of tear the weeds a little bit. Getting close now. Got him. Got him. Yeah, what a great morning. Here's another 10, 12 pound fish. I'm not gonna weigh this fish. I already got the scale put away. But yeah, no rods in the water. I didn't have to reel them in. I just reeled in the fish that were attached. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.